You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 2 of the SCAC tennis season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Tennis Players of the Week, the Singles and Doubles Player of the Week. Singles player Ruth Hill of the Trinity University Tigers, and Doubles Team of the Week, Olivia Kim and her partner Ruth Hill as well, both freshmen at Trinity. Ladies, first of all, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll get started here. Just want to ask about the opening weekend of the spring portion of the season for the Tigers. Very impressive team, comes off 2 nice wins, defeating ETBU 9-0 and taking down University of Mary Hardin-Baylor 8-1. Just for both of you, your overall experiences that opening weekend, what impressed you from a team perspective, and were there nerves at all, just being kind of that first weekend of your first years in your college careers?
I think the main thing for me was the team energy was just so good, and I really enjoyed having the team there. We were cheering, our off-court energy was just really nice, and it was really fun to play with.
Yeah, I agree. I would say going into it, we knew we had to be, loud and cheering for everyone, whether on the court or off the court. So yeah, I would say we went into it. I would say not too nervous, very confident as a team. We're very strong this year, so we were super excited to get on the court.
Ruth, as I mentioned, individually also named the SCAC Singles Player of the Week as well. Success for you at the number 2 single spot in that opening win against ETU, winning 6-0, 6-0, and then jumping up to the number 1 singles line and picking win 6-2, 6-2. Just your thoughts from your individual performance out there. How were you able to be so successful, and maybe what differences are there in your style of play, moving from doubles and having the success you had to then moving into singles action?
I think the difference for me between doubles and singles is in singles I'm kind of more head down focused, and with doubles it's you have a partner so you can kind of have a little bit more fun with it. But singles I definitely like to keep my head together, but I also really feed off of a lot of the off-court energy, my team cheering, matches, so the surroundings also play a big factor into it. And then I think the main reason I had so much success is just the off-court energy. I feed off of that so much, and it's so great to play with.
Olivia, as I mentioned, you're part of this doubles team of the week, pairing up with Ruth. Obviously, a new pairing for the two of you, being in your first years there at Trinity. Sort of talk about the dynamic and the chemistry you've been able to find with Ruth. Give me the argument for why this team should continue to stick together. 2 really impressive 8-0 wins at the number 2 doubles line this past weekend. How were you both able to find that success?
Yeah, so Ruth and I played together in the fall for all of the tournaments, and we kind of just clicked on the court, honestly. Our game styles complement each other really well. I would say that baseline-wise, we're both very strong. We set each other up at the net. Ruth has an amazing serve. So I would say we really clicked right away. And coming into the spring season from the fall season, we were really hopeful to play with each other again, because at least for me, I really enjoyed playing with Ruth. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I would say, we just clicked right away, which was really nice.
The two of you, as I mentioned, in your first years there at Trinity, what's been the biggest adjustment you both have had to make as far as kind of taking that next step from the high school and competitive tennis ranks to now being in your first year at the collegiate level? How have you been able to make those adjustments? What have been the biggest challenges?
I think for me, honestly, the biggest adjustment is time management. Obviously, we're practicing a lot more than I would have been in high school, and then also the practices are a lot more intense. So coming off the court, I'm a little bit tired because I try to put everything out there on practice, but just managing my time well has been the biggest adjustment for me.
I would agree. Coming in from the fall season, we only practiced for 5 weeks. So we had a majority of our fall semester kind of free. We had captain practices. So just being on top of our work, especially because we are playing matches every weekend and we're traveling a few of those weekends. So staying on top of our work is a big thing. And then tennis wise, I would say high school tennis was very much of a team environment. So pretty similar, but junior tennis is so individual. You're out there alone. You go to tournaments with your parents. You have friends at the tournaments, but in the end, everyone is out there playing for themselves. So no one is really truly rooting for you. And coming into college tennis, I'm a part of a team, and every single one of my teammates is here to support me, and I'm here to support every single one of them. So I would say that's the biggest difference between junior tennis and college tennis.
I think one of the unique things when you look at this roster, it's filled with a lot of young talent. 11 first years and sophomores on this roster, just one upperclassman in your senior, Megan Flores. What has it been like to kind of, I don't know, go into this new experience together with a group that is kind of all learning it at the same time? Has that maybe made the adjustments maybe slightly easier? And also, you know, speak a little bit to what Megan has meant to this program, being kind of the senior leader with this young group of talent.
I think definitely with such a big younger presence in the team, it's definitely been comforting. You can have a lot more people you can relate experiences to, and you know, like there's definitely, for me at least, there was a bit of a learning curve, and it was nice to like have the rest of the team be like, oh yeah, like don't worry, you know, you'll get through it. You know, like some of the sophomores, you know, that's fresh on their mind, they're like, yes, like definitely you'll get through it, you'll work it out. And then having Megan there is just, it's really like, it's so good because she's such a good leader, and then she just like gives so much great advice to us, and I really look up to her.
Yeah, I agree with everything Ruth said. I would say having, you know, 5 sophomores, because of COVID last year, they didn't have a completely regular season with spectators and everything. So they're kind of new with us. So it's kind of nice to have a solid group of girls that are we're all going through the same thing and can relate to each other. And then having Megan is amazing because she's our captain, but also our friend. So we feel comfortable to go up and talk to her about things that we think need to be changed, like during practice, or if we need help with something like off the court, she's there for us. So it's really nice having a leadership.
Finally, wrap things up. Let me head to this weekend, back to action for this Tigers tennis program. It's now 2-0 as we start the SCAC spring season. You take on Incarnate Ward, and then you face Hardin-Simmons. 2 big opportunities for this group just to continue to build on the success you've had early on. What are your expectations heading into this weekend? What will be key for this team just to continue to build early on in this season?
I think Incarnate Word's definitely a really good team, but I think overall it'll be really great match play. It's definitely good practice to play these like really good teams, and it just helps build us more. And then our match against Hardin-Simmons, I personally am looking forward to it, being from Abilene, and I think it'll also be like really good match play. It'll be good for me to see some of my friends, and then it's just good match play to build off of each other, and then play these good matches to just help us improve.
I agree. I would say playing UIW will be good for us, especially going to Hardin-Simmons, because Hardin-Simmons is a solid team. So yeah, I'm excited. I think with last weekend having a doubleheader, it was super fun. So I think we're all excited to get back into matches this weekend.
Native of Abilene, Texas, and first year Ruth Hill, and the Phoenix, Arizona native in Olivia Kim. This week's SCAC Women's Tennis Players of the Week, double team of the week, and of course picking up the singles honor as well. Ladies, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to march forward for your first year there at Trinity University.
Thank you.